Take me, don't just stop. Hey, how's it going, Saucy Psycho? How's your day going today? My day's going pretty good. The new network switch arrived today, so I'm going to be switching out my network switch. Hopefully that makes the some of the background fans a little bit less bothersome. To the side. I also got to look at cameras today, so I'm probably going to be upgrading my cameras pretty soon. Whoop whoop. Wow, this is a lot lighter than I was expecting. So yeah, this is also a upgrade in speed. So this network switch has 8 10 gig Ethernet ports. So the first thing I'm going to do is take the cover off and switch out the fan. I got a nice little Noctua fan as an upgrade. Looks like there aren't that many screws, so hopefully this won't be too bothersome. Let's see, installation guide. Okay, let's just fold it up. Does come with a little port if you want to lock the network switch. That's pretty cool. A little Kensington lock right here. Alright, let's see. Where is my screwdriver? just had it. So I like that your day's been going good. What have you been up to all day? This one. Where is a screwdriver? See my flathead. Just been gaming with friends. Well, I went to Best Buy, so that's how I was able to check out cameras. And I went to the mall in Tacoma, which is right next to Seattle. And apparently I lost my screwdriver. There's no bueno. No bueno. Yeah, I'm looking at the Sony A7R4. I'm going to put it in the chat if you want to look at the camera. I'm going to get it used, of course, because this thing's stupid expensive. Yeah, I'm going to get that. I haven't picked out the lens yet, but I'm probably going to get that, or maybe something a little cheaper like the Sony A7 III. I will be right back. I gotta find a screwdriver. Oh yeah, definitely going all out. I am back. My roommate is letting me borrow his screwdriver. Looks like another viewer rolled in. How's it going? Hope your day's going all right. This one, I think. This one looks like it's the right size. It might be a little big. Get out of the thing. Gosh dang. Alright, cool. Should do the trick. Over here just dropping it. Almost done taking the lid off. Yeah, I don't know if I mentioned this, but the fan I'm putting in here is a Noctua. The upgrade for the Noctua fan was only like $10, I think, maybe 12, something like that, on Amazon. So a pretty sweet deal for trying to lower your noise. And they sell computer fans of all sizes, and I am not sponsored by them, but I wish I was. Alright, let's see. Just pulls out. Sweet. Alrighty. Actually, it looks like it's pretty well built for the most part. I don't know what that glue is. That's a little weird. And it does look like this is going to be a little annoying, but it should be fine. Yeah, that glue's a little concerning, but oh well. That's good for it. I'm sure I'll find that later. There we go. Alright, so the two screws are out. A little tiny nut. That fan to the side. What's up, communists? I am replacing my network switch. So the first thing I'm doing is replacing the fan in the new network switch with a Noctua. So this is the old fan. It's this black one, industrial, 12 volt, just a cheap little fan that it comes with. It's kind of noisy. This is supposed to be quieter. It's the very common Noctua brown with a light brown color scheme that most people kind of hate, but it uses less power and is quieter. Honestly, this network switch for most people would probably be fine without any fan at all, but I'm going to keep a fan in there because I'm going to make use of, in the future, not right now, but in the future, I'm going to make use of 10 gig Ethernet. So, that is why I'm adding this fan. Looks like the best way to wire it is going to be this way. Let's go that way. Yeah. Stuff that cord in there. Oh yeah. Now, do I want to use the vibration reducers or the screws that the switch comes with? What do you think, communist? Try and figure out a way to get this to fit in there? Or just use the screws that the switch came with? Thinking just use the screws that the switch came with. I'm a little confused as to how I'm supposed to get my fingers in there with the PCB in the way. I think weirdly enough, putting it's gonna be annoying. But... What?
My spot.
You weren't using it?
You're putting shit on top of my stuff.
You're not using it.
I'm here to use it now.
Well, you can move it around.
Give me my fucking blanket back.
How? You like the new aesthetics from my stream? You mean the Viking stuff? It's not that cold. And be careful with the blanket. You're gonna knock the screws off. Oh, communists, have you seen the transitions from my stream? Between the different modes? The different overlays? I just really love that lightning strike that it has. Just put it on the ground. I don't... I'm trying to keep everything somewhat organized here. Thanks. Love you. Yeah, so check this out. Right? That's what I'm saying. It's pretty fucking cool. Yeah, I got it because I paid for the premium version of Streamlabs. I switched over to using Streamlabs instead of OBS Studio because that's what a friend's using. So I don't really care if OBS technically has more tools for professionals or whatever. It's just easier to get into because that's what we're all using. There we go. Now this is no longer in the way. Now I can put this in. The OBS Premium costs, I think, $150 for the year. Which, to be honest, isn't bad because it allows me to stream on multiple websites at the same time. I can simultaneously, like right now, I'm streaming to YouTube as well as Twitch. And so for me, right now, it doesn't provide that much value. Just because I don't have that many viewers on YouTube and Twitch. But the value for me comes with all of the premium overlays. And I'm hoping that, you know, within a whole year of streaming, I'll make that money back. And I think that at $150, I think I will.
Okay, so like straight up, this currently feels like running in a
I've only been streaming for a month and I've already made affiliate on Twitch. And, you know, even if I don't make that much money, I have been having a lot of fun streaming. It's something that I've been doing at least a couple of times a week.
Feels like running in a horror movie.
So I think that it's something I want to continue doing. So I might as well spend a little extra money. There we go. Fan is installed pretty securely. And now I get to shove this back in. Let's get that back in there. Squish this. Yeah.
We'll be here.
Come on. Tricky. What are you catching on over here?
Huzzah! Why am I brown?
There we go.
120s has been super long for voting time. Like I've had it at like 60 seconds for voting.
And now the fan's in the way.
It still seems super long.
There we go. That's what I like to
better,
see.
players
That
get
is
too
what I like to
good.
see.
Crewmate vision can be basically whatever you want.
So how'd your birthday go, by the way?
Like a quarter to a half times less than the imposter vision, however big it ends up. I had the kill cooldown on 10 seconds instead of 15, but we can do it either way. Medium kill distance is good. Michael's a psychopath and likes to put it on long. Yeah, we can basically kill from like all the way across the map. Yeah. Everybody like randos were complaining when I only had one common task. So I've had it on 2, and then 1, and then 2. So we ended up with like 5 total tasks. So I don't know if you.
It was okay, but you're at work right now?
I've been doing
Damn.
multiple Guardian Angels with a 100% chance just because, like.
Some don't do their job.
Yeah, they either don't do their job or they fucking leave as soon as they
Hopefully once you're done with schooling, you're
and then shapeshifters
getting
are taking
paid more for what you do,
between 60 and 80.
and you're not being stretched between work
Because always having a
and
shapeshifter is
school
fucking
and having a kid. Don't stretch yourself too thin.
Yeah, I think we've had it like 60, 50, between like 50 and 80,
Let's see.
somewhere in there.
This is really hard to do with shaky hands.
Yeah, I don't really see a point in engineer.
There we go.
Literally, the only time you ever trust that somebody's engineer is if they like prove it. Yeah.
So by the way, I've been doing a lot of Among Us as well as Halo. And right now, for social gaming, I think Among Us is where it's at. And
But
I
events
really
aren't
wish that
really
I had gotten into Among Us a lot
That's
sooner.
imposter half the time when you have so many people because you're gonna end up popping out of an event somewhere somebody is. Because you can't look at where the vents are before you pop out. That's true. I'm just wearing it first.
Ma'am.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah, no, I don't really use the vents half the time as an imposter because like I'm still figuring it out.
Oh, I use them a lot. Like I'll kill and then vent.
Yeah, I gotta
just get the fuck out of
I
that
gotta
room.
figure that all out. Yeah, the engineer's great and all until somebody catches you venting to kick the imposter out.
So we've got 3 processing units.
Yeah.
That's the power supply and the capacitors.
Or prevent them from jumping in the first place.
And the fan, it looks like everything should be good.
Yeah, that looks decent. Scientist is kind of a fun little thing to have.
Pretty sure what all these screws are for. Okay.
Yeah, exactly. Though it gets difficult later in the game when you're trying to like remember who's already dead. The only other thing is, do you want to do anonymous votes or not? I guess if it's just a couple of us, anonymous is better. Yeah, when it's just... Yeah. It's fun to have anonymous moving off when you have a large group of people that are playing together, like when the whole Discord's in on
Days Gone and a little Halo now and then.
it's
Nice.
it's us fucking with each other. But when it's a whole bunch of randos, I think I prefer the anonymous votes, just because. Exactly. Yeah, I've definitely noticed every once in a while I've caught him because of that. But like half the time it doesn't seem to be. Yeah, exactly. Or you find the imposters that vote for people who are not imposters, even when the imposter is it. When the imposter gets voted off, and when the other imposters votes for somebody not.
Among Us just seems lame to me in terms of gameplay. I mean, as far as gameplay goes, it's not great. The fun comes with having a lot of friends that you're playing with and trying to trick them and then sabotaging people, especially when you're the imposter.
Told you the snowman follows you, funny.
He's so concerned.
What was that, Logan? you're saying when it's a smaller group of us. Right. Hmm. Yeah, that's sometimes annoying. I try to help people to type it instead, but
Just a quick read of
well, it's
the
also because half the time when you have 15 people, if you're not
specs
talking
and
correctly,
safety precautions.
it could derail the conversation.
And it
And
doesn't seem
wildly
to
derail
be too significant. So basically just the normal stuff. Keep as much dust off
I'm
of it
just
as
talking about
possible.
in the chat, just in the text.
Stuff
thread.
like that. And then
Yeah. Like Turk's bad about derailing the Discord chat, but at least it's faster.
alright, let's see. That looks like it goes this way.
Well, you can have it set to 3, and if it's only the 4 of us, only one imposter will populate.
Get in there.
Yeah.
There we go. Clean.
Interesting.
Chloe's not on the Discord.
What do you think about that network switch? Black,
Oh, there
well,
she is.
charcoal gray. Nice and clean look.
Alright, I've got a scan.
Oh, I'm coming.
Let's go. Alright, let's
I'm
see.
here.
You kill me, I swear to God.
No,
So
I am
black
scientist.
screws.
I am scientist. I am not imposter. I am scientist. Is that really,
Everyone
that's the
is
route you're
still
going,
alive.
huh? Alright, cool.
Da, 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 da. Do, 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 do. Yeah, I definitely would not recommend this network switch for most people,
So stupid.
just because it is $500. But I think for my situation of within the next year, I'm planning on moving to 10 gig internet.
I love
It
coding.
makes sense for me. I have a NAS, I have multiple computers. I think having the extra switching capabilities
Oh my god.
that this provides makes a lot of sense for me.
Kenzie. Fucking
But
Kenzie.
honestly, for most people, there's like $70 network switches that if you're on like say 1 gig internet and you're not gonna move up within the next 3 years, honestly,
Yeah, for discussion time.
70
I'll
bucks
shorten it down
is
quite a
really
bit.
where it's at.
The biggest
There's
reason
like
why I have it
a
up so high
6
is because,
port
like, it's
switch that
hard
most
to pay
people would
attention to
use.
when I'm trying to type and write.
Just search Reddit basically and you can find a decent model.
I don't think that's how you spell Jinx.
But yeah.
I think it's this.
Hell, for most
That's
people,
how
they
I
don't even
always
have a
spell
fan
Jinx,
on the
yeah.
inside. I had to switch out and get a fan. At 1 gig internet, it's not hot enough to even require a fan. So you can have a passive network switch that has no fan at all, which is quite nice. And I was almost going to do that,
Yeah.
but I don't want to buy a new network switch when I move to 10 gig and then have 2 network switches. Communist, I think you were
Michael's
not
definitely not going to be on. He's fucking
in the
sick.
chat
Goes upstairs and has been. So
earlier when I was talking about it, but I went to Best Buy today with Brandy to look at cameras,
yeah, Michael's not going to be on for at least. A
and we
while.
upped the camera budget to 2,000.
Electronics and
I don't know
streaming
why
got it.
you're so glitchy.
And it
Turk
looks
said
like
he's over
that
at
is
Metro
done.
House.
Let's go. So now I just need the feet. And yeah, we're gonna look at Sony cameras. I think it's the
Fun. I don't know how to fix that.
A7R4. and we're gonna get the A7R4 or the A7 III or something like that
I
used.
wonder what the problem is.
Originally, we were gonna go with Nikon because they're famous for cameras,
He didn't
but
get it.
honestly, Sony is where it's at specs-wise right now
Um,
for a lot of people, especially streamers.
In here, if you switch it from private to public,
he was doing it specifically because of that.
okay.
Yeah, I shouldn't be having any issues with my mic.
You having fun there, Chloe?
Well, it's so expensive because it's 4K resolution at 60 frames per second,
Oh yeah.
and it's a much bigger sensor. Yeah, I noticed you left the group chat. I was irritated at the time, but
Like watching.
yeah, Sony is definitely where it's at right now.
Hello.
I ended up convincing BB to get the Sony 1000 XM4 headphones. So, yeah, I'm pretty sure we're going to get a Sony TV when we move. I should get sponsored by
I thought
Sony.
he
That
was
would be
gonna join
sick.
in. Dry bread.
That would be lit.
Oh god, there's 10 of us now. Bro, man.
But yeah, I'm gonna end my stream real quick and switch out this network switch, and I will be back and we'll see if the sound is any different.
This feels like that supposed fact where if you learn a long enough elevator ride and you turn to face the wall, everybody else is supposed to do it too.